Okay, my claim today is that esports within the next 10 years is going to rival that of traditional sports. And when I mean by esports, I mean electronic sports. We already had someone talk about it. And for more clarification, I mean it's going to rival traditional sports in terms of baseball, soccer, football. But not something like hockey, because it already rivals something like hockey. Let's start off with some of the big shots. The US government. Last year, it was covered by Forbes, New York Times, and a lot of newspapers. In 2013, fall last year, the United States government decided to grant athletic visas to professional gamers who wanted to come to America. So as of today and onward, you can become a professional gamer anywhere in Europe, Asia, and if you want to come to America, you can get a visa for it and compete here. But let's look at some college. Let's look at college level. Robert Morris University in Chicago, starting this fall, this term we're in right now, has granted $500,000 in scholarships to professional gamers who want to help compete and represent their college on the college level. Some other big sponsors of games: Nissan, Bank of America. There is an amateur league for the popular game League of Legends, sponsored by Coke. Korean teams, the bastion of esports, sponsored by Samsung. SK Telecom, largest telecommunications company in Korea, sponsors esports teams. But let's look at something that happened last month, statistic. As of August last month, Amazon.com, everyone knows Amazon, right? They bought Twitch TV, the largest online streaming platform for all electronic sports games, for $970 million. They spent $970 million as an investment for the future because they realized that every year for the last 2 decades, esports has been rising. And it's been a large moneymaker. Everyone knows that the video game industry has always been growing. It's been larger, especially as the generations keep going on, video games become more important thing. And new inventions, technology. I don't know if you know, but the Oculus Rift, virtual reality. It's a headset you can put on. You just play games in your head. So let's look at, those are some statistics, but let's look at some examples. It's very specifically for the hockey thing that I mentioned earlier. In October of 2013, for the World Championships of a specific game, League of Legends, at the peak views, at the height of the last match, there was 8.5 million people viewing that match. There's the same amount of viewers that was viewing the Stanley Cup Finals of that same year that occurred in July. The same amount of people were watching an online game online, the same that watched the hockey finals. Lastly, for some more specific examples that are occurring today, next month, the World Championship is going on again. This time it's going to be held in Seoul's World Cup Stadium. Estimated sellout of at least 50 to 60,000 people already. It's already occurring in Singapore. It already finished their rounds in Taipei, all sold out, all viewers, all in the millions. So it's a growing base. There's lots of people already viewing it. There's a lot of money in it, and it's only getting bigger. And that's my claim.